Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the SDFC Fancast. I can't tell you, Trev. Did you put that song on
I
purpose?
can call you Betty.
Because Christopher isn't here. Because that song reminds me of Christopher. There are a lot of songs, most songs, I immediately think of an individual or a time or both or food or something, right? Songs are definitely a trigger for memories for me. And that song for me, like it's the Venn diagram or the pie chart is 99% Christopher and then 1% Chevy Chase. That's it. That's who I think of with that song. So
Me road tripping to Las Vegas and or Laughlin with my family and my brother. We would listen, and my sister, we'd listen to good old Tom Jones, and we'd take our little boat up to Laughlin and Mojave. It was a good time, man. It was a good time.
yeah, I like it.
Speaking of Christopher, he's not here tonight.
Oh
We went to
yeah,
the
the bitch.
we were at the game on Saturday night, obviously, and then he dropped Catherine and I off at the hotel, and he hasn't been heard from since. So he and Ashley may have taken a little vacation, or
He might have
I don't
slipped onto
know.
the team bus, the Columbus team bus, and now he's training with the team like he did with the Palomar College soccer team.
Exactly. Yeah. There is a rumor that there's a secret player that may be at the next game, so it could be Christopher. Keep an eye out. But prayers up to Chris.
Good
And
luck. Good luck with your MLS debut, Christopher.
yeah,
I love that
See,
soundbite. Thank you,
that's like
Trevor.
funny. But no, we're just joking around because we're trying to keep our spirits up. And I know this is a San Diego FC Fancast, a SDFC Fancast, but some SDFC adjacent stuff just went on that was very sad for some, very happy for others. So we'll start with the SDFC good news, I guess, is Godoy just captained Panama to beating the United States 1-0.
It's like
I
kissing your
agree.
sister.
I agree.
yeah, I know.
I agree. It is, dude. That is a good good use of that Tommy Lasorda line. A tie is like kissing your sister, but losing to Panama with Godoy feels like a tie, right? Sorry, Colonial. Let me explain your joke for you. Let me explain your ab joke for you. Um, no, that's how disappointed I am, dude. Like it's just shitty because we had that live recording, where we were kind of buzzed up and then we're all shooting the shit about the United States men's national team and they had just lost to Canada. And we were talking about especially because the interim coach for those two games, Canada and I think Mexico, which we lost both, unfortunately, was Mike Ibarras, our current coach of San Diego F.C. Now, as we know, we're undefeated. Mikey knows what he's doing. He knows tactics, all that stuff. Excuse me. After the second game, a comment he made was that the mentality needs to change. And in my opinion, when a coach who's as magnanimous as Mikey is and nice and doesn't want to bring people down or anything like that, that is his nice way of saying there's an attitude problem. You know what I mean? And like whatever it is, I think it's very clear in the US camp that there is a freaking attitude problem. And there are some players that play with 100% passion and want to win that hard. And some players just hit that 80% and are good with it. And that's what it kind of feels like watching this squad. And it's very frustrating because on paper, I feel like we are the most talented team easily in CONCACAF by far. Like if you went player by player, I don't think anybody could touch us. And we look nothing but mediocre on the field with every coach so far. And it's been really, really frustrating. But congratulations, Godoy. Fuck.
Legend.
But I did
Yeah.
I will say every time I would even glance or watch, because I only watched about half it. I was doing stuff while I was watching, and I just heard his name over and over and over again. Godoy. Godoy took the ball. Godoy broke this play up. Godoy with this. Godoy with the pass. Godoy. I love him. I do love him. I hate that you just beat us, but congratulations, dude.
Yeah.
Panama has been like they called it a bogey team, And I asked these guys to remind me because will always remember this. So interesting to me. Graham Zusi talked about playing against Panama in a game where we had already qualified for the World Cup, and Klinsmann had fielded out a B squad, and these were the players that were like on the fringe of the U.S. team. So this game against Panama, we didn't have to lose or we didn't have to win. Panama just had to draw, like it didn't, or like lose by only X amount of goals or something like it was like Panama was almost a shoe-in. And not only that, we helped Mexico by doing this, by beating Panama that bad. That's when Mexico went and had the playoff against New Zealand, by the way. You're welcome, Mexico, still for that. Wish Panama would have gone in your stead, but whatever. So we are playing Panama in Panama, and there's a lot of MLS Panamanian teams. There was someone, I think, on Sporting Kansas City where Graham Zusi was, and asked him, like, dude, what you guys are playing you playing your butts off? Like, what is the deal? Like during the game, and he's like, we're trying to make the squad, we're trying to make the US squad for the World Cup. So that's ever since that happened, I feel like Panama has freaking hated us and like has played at another level. When they play against us, I've had to watch them beat us at Snapdragon, unfortunately. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm just telling that kind of story. That was interesting. And Mikey, frankly, him calling them out for being little bitches, they still look like it on the field. I'll just say it. They get pushed
Yeah.
off the ball too easily, all that stuff. It's kind of pathetic.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Like, I think there are players that you can see give 100% and players that don't, but it's disheartening because, going into this, with our new coach, I always forget how to pronounce his name.
Pochettino.
Pochettino. Thank you. We were like 5-1, I believe, going into this. So he's getting a good record going, and it seemed like they were starting to turn the corner. They had a big piece before the game where Thierry Henry interviewed him, and he talked about how, Thierry saw them practice. Oh, they seem like they're wanting to learn. They all have good attitudes, all the blah, Now looking back, it's just things you say, I guess. The coach was saying, but yeah, it was a bummer. Sargent had like two good chances. He still has never scored. Um, but the way we lost is what is really a bitter taste. Like a minute left in the game. I know I forget who one announcer afterwards was saying Turner should have blocked it, but it was just a good strike. Like the guy, it was a good ball. And Panama clearly do have a chip on, in their shoulder against us. Like he scored, it was pretty funny. He runs straight up to the whole booth was right there next to the goal. He runs up, jumps the fence, grabs Thierry Henry. The whole team's over him, and you could see
Julie's showing me.
Dempsey and Dew. They were both grabbing their heads as the teams jumped. It's a heartbreaker.
Cage
Like,
trying to get out of the way.
yeah,
Cage trying to
she
get out of
was
the
like
fracas.
this, like yeah. But it sucks. Like Pulisic looked devastated after walking off. He got like a late yellow, I think, in like the 80 something minute to frustration. But
Yeah.
it sucks. I hope they can turn it around. Maybe this will be the turning point of all of them say, hey, grow the hell up. Like it's the World Cup's going to be in America in like 460 days or something. Like they cannot continue to play like this. But
It,
very, very disappointing day. But props to Godoy. Godoy's
Mhm.
captain. They won. Northern Ireland with Patty as captain plays, I believe, Switzerland tomorrow at like 12:30. So good luck to Patty and the boys. Sucks though.
No,
Hard.
but
Rough day.
that, you know, flipping over. I don't know if you had any words on that U.S. game, Colonial. Sorry.
No, I was gonna one word. Mikey Varas questions the U.S. men's national team's effort. He's not questioning San Diego F.C.'s effort. I just wanted to. He does. You don't got to worry about our boys, Mikey. Come back
That's
home. Come back home. We'll be right as rain, my friend.
Dude, that's the
Yeah.
thing is like, and so I sent that to the group, and it was after our loss when Mikey was the interim coach, and he pretty much said like, "Yo, there needs to be a mentality adjustment, aka an attitude adjustment. There's something poison in that camp that needs to be rooted out. I don't know what it is. That's what I feel like. I feel like that's what Mikey was saying, and I agree with you, Colonial. He does not seem to have those same problems with our awesome players at SDFC. So, and as Keegan said, and it is, dude, we have a team, that has two international captains, two active international captains. That is an expansion team. That's fucking fantastic. Like, that's amazing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I
Um,
agree.
it's really, really great. And Patty, the one thing I will say though is it is just a friendly. I don't know how I feel about Patty leaving for a friendly, but he's going to captain, so it's all worth it. Congratulations, Patty, on the
Got to get that cap,
captaincy.
dude.
Dude, hell yeah.
They want to
Awesome.
make the World Cup too, you know.
Yeah, dude, and
It's
that's
big for them.
they need to build their team together right now and gel and all that stuff. So they absolutely need Patty there. I'm just being, an
I know.
SDFC fan. I get it.
I got you. Yeah,
How dare
I am
you?
too. That was the first thing I thought. Oh wait, he's got to go to Northern Ireland. Like, oh
Right?
no, we need him on Sunday.
Yeah. But no, Pilcher or whomever they put in, it's going to be fantastic.
Yep.
Speaking of which, we do have, I guess we can do this a few different ways. So Patty's out because of international duty. Godoy is out because of international duty. Unfortunately, Marcus is out. Marcus Varkson, long-term injury. We just found out today. So the crew at San Diego Football posted today that Marcus Varkson is out, I think 10 to 12 weeks. I'm sorry, fellas, if I misquoted you guys, but that's where I'm getting
That's
that.
what I saw too.
Yeah.
Okay. And it is from San Diego Football. That's where I'm getting that information from. Dude, that sucks. That sucks. One thing we have kind of talked about is, we watched Marcus at Northland and all that stuff the year leading up once we signed him and all that. Maybe not an entire year, obviously, but some of his games leading up, he's amazing. I feel like he's been dealing with something. Maybe, because he was sick before the one game, started on the wing. Maybe there's been like a niggling injury, the whole time. And then they're just like, you know what? Do whatever surgery. Now's the time. One thing that I don't like anything about this, but I hope that it is them saying, we're sure we're going to make the playoffs, so we need Marcus for the postseason. You know what I mean?
Same with like Chucky being careful. Yeah. And you're probably right. And he has not seemed fully right. And he played well. He played probably the best half,
Oh,
I felt like, against Columbus. Probably our best half we've seen from him. So it was just like basically it was like a non-contact injury, right? So those are always just never good. And maybe it is. Hopefully they're just deal with it, like you say. We're gonna make the playoffs. We're already in a good position early on. We proved that we can hang and we can rotate guys in and out. So just take care of yourself and get us to the promised land when we need you.
yes.
Yeah. I hope it's not a surgery. I hope it's just like a straight tear, 10 to 12 weeks. I don't Surgeries always make me nervous. You never come back well
Uh,
after surgery. I'm really hoping it's like he tore his hamstring or tore something to where it's not as bad. He just got to lay off it. You know what I mean?
mhm.
For 8 weeks and then he can start soccer activities. But it's a big bummer, especially with Chucky still out and Andres Reyes still is out. It's hard, but I agree. I think they're being very precautious. Like it's a long season. Like
Long
I think
season.
it's longer than baseball. Like it's a marathon. So we're playing well now. We have a good depth at first we thought wasn't great. I think we actually have a pretty good bench that guys are picking each other up. And then if Chucky hopefully is coming back, I haven't seen anything today, but if he can come back soon, that's a spark plug right there with him in that, I think we'll be able to stay afloat, until Ingvartsen comes. And then by that time, we're summer. Who knows who else might be entering the team as well. So
Oh
it
yeah.
sucks. I'm praying for Ingvartsen. I hope it's not too bad. I hope it is just 10 to 12. Maybe he comes back sooner, but it sucks. Injuries always, I hate injuries. They're just the worst.
Now we still have a international roster slot open. I don't know. I have to look at the rules and who we can transfer in and all that stuff. But I brought him up a few times again. Yak for Tigres. I think his contract was through 2024. He might be free right now. I don't know. See. I hope we get him. I know I got some hatred for saying that online, but I don't care. That's because I've actually watched these players play. That's the difference with people who argue with me online is I actually watch soccer. You know what I mean?
Yep.
No, Patty Godoy, awesome. Oh, one thing, Ivan from Riptides, thank you for bringing it up, my friend. I cannot believe my oversight. I cannot believe it. Did not bring up the fact that so we drew 1-1 with Columbus, our first goal at home. The assist for that goal was Luca De La Torre, San Diego's own. Can you believe that?
Oh,
How
Didn't
did
awesome.
we
I didn't
not?
specify that in particular. That is crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
and you were saying earlier like how we had Patty and Attaboy. We got Luca De La Torre as well, who's freaking on our a national team as well. He's not captaining, but he's like, so no, that's yeah.
It's at
Ivan,
that
you're the
level.
man. That's our bad on that one.
Dude, and no, thank you, Ivan, for letting this down. But new, obviously, Luca doing it, all that is awesome. And of course, like a dork, then I was just like looking up Luca De La Torre and all that. And just so you guys know, both his parents are scientists. So his parents are geniuses, and he's probably a genius.
You
Just so
know
you
he
guys
is.
know.
Playing 4D chess on the field.
Dude, hey,
Yep.
for real, like,
He almost
I'm not
scored too.
even like his mom's accomplishments are
Pretty outstanding.
oh, I can't, dude, for real. Like I told you, I was like, his parents are geniuses, but his mom is like a super genius. Like if you
There's
could,
levels.
holy shit, you look at her resume. Oh my God. Anyway, I'll stop being weird. Go
That's
to something
hilarious.
else. But
Jimmy
no, but
Neutron's
yeah, he
parents.
had the assist, and I literally have in my notes, DLT's mom, genius. Uh, but no, we have good players. We have good players to pick up that slack and all that stuff. So I know the injuries are really crappy, and especially when it's when it's our two most high profile players, I would say,
Yeah.
like when we first signed them, Marcus and Chucky. But the fact that the team is still playing well, and Anders and Angel and everybody is playing awesome, McVay, everybody.
Mhm.
I don't. I'm gonna miss somebody, and I'm sorry, but like,
Yep. Eh?
yep.
Yeah.
Again,
For,
Yepa and Godoy,
for
best midfield pair in MLS.
Yeah.
Not even the only team, honestly, the only team I think that might be playing better than us is Vancouver. You
yeah,
guys
that's what you're
watching
saying.
Vancouver?
Yeah.
Man,
Vancouver's
they scored 2 goals a game, 9 goals in 4 games, only conceded two, undefeated, all wins, 4 wins, and they beat Monterey in midweek.
hmm
Props to them, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh
I feel
wow.
feel like top four of the league now are like I think it'd be like Miami. I think Atlanta's up there as well. They have a really good team. I think then on the West would be Vancouver, and I think us. Like we're playing very well. Like especially this weekend. We need another win. Like
Yeah.
keep it rolling. Because then we play LAFC. Well, we'll get into it, but that's going to be a huge game. LAFC at home be, but we're going down. I'm skipping
Yeah, we gotta
It's
look for
all,
Austin.
hey,
Yeah, we got
let's
Austin coming first.
let's do
Yeah.
some predictions for Austin. What are you guys thinking for scoreline?
Oh man, I watched the highlights from when they played LAFC last week, and they won 1-0. It was yeah, LAFC could have scored a few goals, so take
I
that
need
for
to
what
take
it's worth.
Wong off my damn fantasy team. That fool can't score to save his life right now.
I took
it.
him off my team. Yeah, but they got some guys, obviously Brandon Vasquez. I like our chances. Predictions, I don't think we'll lose. I'm gonna say I could see like a 1-1 maybe.
All right.
Because or a 2-1 3-1 us. I don't think we're gonna lose, but I could see a draw. So I'm gonna say official. We'll go 2-1. Good guys.
2-1 us. I like
Yep.
it. Keegan.
I they've either all their games they've either scored a goal and had a clean sheet or had a goal scored against them. They haven't scored. It's been 1-0 either way every game so far for them. I think we're gonna break it open. I think we're gonna win 2-0 against them. I think we're gonna have a clean sheet. We're gonna break it open. Um, Even with our injuries and stuff, I think we're the better team over Austin, and they haven't played as well at home. Um, so I think yeah, 2-0. I think we're gonna open it up.
I apologize for my cat. Producer Trev came up with 3-1 for us, for the good guys, San Diego FC. And then I'll say 3-2 for San Diego FC. I think
All right.
that they'll get a little extra goal just because we have a little bit different formation with a couple folks being out. I think that they might even go up 2-0 or even 2-1, but maybe even 2-0. And I think that we're going to score 2 goals late. And I think that that is going to be our thing going forward, like Fergie time, because San Diego FC plays until the final whistle, y'all. And I think that that's going to be like one of our deals is that we score late goals.
It'd be
I
cool
like
to see like the opposite, because that would be cool if we scored early and then they could shift with substitutions, focus on like a 5 defender or something like that, and focus on the back line, right? Because we're out our couple big name strikers, so it's like get the goals early and then maybe we can adjust defensively. It'll be a really fun game to see tactically.
I
yeah.
think so. I
And
do think Mighton is going to score this game. I'm saying it firmly. Last
I
game, I
hope
almost
so.
called it. Brandon from Terrible Memes he commented how I couldn't talk about me almost calling the game exactly, like score and goal scorer. Well, Brandon, because like we mentioned earlier, I forgot to mention De La Torre was the assist for friggin'. So I can't brag because I know sooner or later I'm going to make myself look like an idiot.
We're just normal men.
Exactly.
I do agree with you, Nate, though, that we are kind of the late. We play till the final whistle because I rewatched the final half hour of Saturday's game yesterday, and we really do like we had chances. We could have easily won that game. Like you were saying, De La Torre had a header that should have gone in. We looked really good. We had so many offsides calls. Being at the game, the place would explode, and then it'd be offside, and everybody's confused. Then 10 minutes later, we tied it up. Oh, another. It was so frustrating. But yeah, we look good. We really do play to the end, and I don't know. Just have to say, I love this fucking team, dude. They're so much fun to watch, and I just have a lot of confidence with them going forward.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I cannot agree more. I do. I've said it before. I think we are very spoiled. I think, though, you know what, though? San Diego has waited a long time, so we deserve it. We deserve to have a good team right away, but they also deserve to have good support, and we will keep doing that. Symbiotic relationship, y'all. It's working so far. Let's keep it up.
Yeah.
And I have to say, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say there's been a lot of support. Everybody's bringing it, but we'll keep going.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say though, like every other San Diego team, the national media still does not give us. It gets very frustrating at times. They were going over the game on the main MLS podcast, and she goes, "Oh, Austin FC in a big game against a Californian team." And I was like, "What?"
What
That's
are you
how we're
saying?
labeled. And then she came back saying, "Oh, against SDFC," but it's still like, "Oh, for an expansion, everything." Which I get it. It is our first year. We're the new kid on the block, but it's getting
You're
annoying.
on an
Like,
MLS podcast and you are a face in an MLS podcast. You better know more than us, and they do not. That's the thing.
no,
Like, get out of here. Get out of
yeah,
here.
that's what's frustrating. It's just so
Pathetic.
funny. She goes versus a California team. I was just cracking up. But yeah, we still, so I don't know what it's going to take. I think that's why we just got to keep our foot on the pedal and just all we can do is keep doing what we're doing, winning, we're still undefeated and killing it, and then prove them wrong. But the national media does not like San Diego in any sport. They never have. So I think we're just going to have to punch them in the face and keep going. That's the only way we'll get the respect.
Dude, that is absolutely, and that I think that is how we do it. And I hope we do the Chelsea thing and just spend a bunch of money and make everybody mad. I'm just joking. But I don't
Yes.
care, dude. I hope, like, literally what you're saying is 100% true. I totally agree with you, Keegan. We actually just took a little break, and during our little 10 minute break, actually, I brought up Ivan, who let us know about Luca De La Torre, and then he actually responded to my message in the chat, and he said that we don't have to talk about him, which I will because Ivan is awesome, and he was like a genuinely nice dude. Every single time I've ever hung out with him, only good feelings. He goes to all the games. True soccer fan. Ivan, you're the bomb, dude. Love
Yeah,
Ivan.
agreed. I met him at Salt Lake City. Just absolute gentleman. So I second everything you just said.
So sorry, dude. We will bring you up. But he said we can mention De La Torre twice. He's the future of SDFC, homegrown idol. Hell yeah. I would love to have Luca De La Torre here and
Forever.
indefinitely.
Like forever for 20 years.
1,000%. And then future of the U.S. men's national team. If he had played today, they wouldn't have lost. I like it. Oh, look at Ivan.
Oh, damn.
Hell
Word.
yeah.
Truth.
Taking
Word.
shots. And then speaking of our other Riptides family, so hell, he's from Texas, Austin, all that stuff, and was part of the Austin scene. So I'm sure he's torn a little bit, but I know his heart lies with SDFC.
Better.
Putting him on the spot. Now, speaking of Sohel and Austin, I actually grew up with a guy, Preston, and he is in the supporters groups in Austin, from what I understand, and all that stuff. And he follows the fan cast on Instagram and then personally. And so I got to hit him up, dude. I actually looked at my messages today, and I have an old phone, S9 Plus. Look at it. This is literally like the most old man phone right? So I get texts out of order a bunch of times. I don't get messages for multiple days and all that stuff. That is true. That really happens with my phone. A bunch of people probably think I'm lying when I tell them that, but it actually is fucking true. So I just got a new phone. So I'll be hitting everybody up, be more communicative, and I'll be hitting Preston up. So when Austin comes into town, we got to host Preston on the podcast, have some beers, all that stuff. That will be fun.
Heck yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Even though, sorry, dude, we're gonna beat you this weekend.
Whammy!
Sorry about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, speaking of bragging rights, beating people, all that stuff, little fantasy roundup.
Ooh, 2 times.
Oh, break it down 3 times.
You can play it as much as you want.
What's going on with the fantasy roundup, man? I just
Sorry, I was just picturing Mariah Carey in my head.
Mm.
Sorry,
She's
Julie, I
lovely.
still have a crush on Mariah Carey.
I know who doesn't. Who doesn't?
Even Julie was just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, in the SDFC league, I'm in, oh God, 9th place. No, 2nd place. Weak rank
Second
is like,
place?
I hate it that they put weak rank first. I hate that.
Mhm.
Like,
You're in
I don't
second
need-
overall.
I don't need that. In the Fancast one. Yeah, dude, I'm
Yeah.
Charles Lozano Esquire.
Oh, man.
Okay, look at that. Yep.
I'm freaking 11th. I've been stinking, but I just made a little bit of swaps this week, and I picked up a guy from Vancouver Whitecaps. I'm not going to say who, but so I
Okay.
think my team's gonna make a
Nice.
charge this week.
Nice. I do like that the top scorer. I don't like that it's someone that's already in first place, Caracas, but who's also in Riptides. But
Oh, word.
they scored 69 points this week.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm a child. But yeah, 2nd place in our fantasy. Now, since we're doing the fan cast and we're giving out awards and all that stuff, gifts. If any of us get top 3, we don't get any of the gifts. We immediately we just
Yeah.
cancel
Fair,
our
I
spot
guess.
because we should. The fan cast should be 1, 2, 3. We should.
But that
That's
we
a good
just
point.
nobody else gets anything. We don't have to give anything out.
Yeah.
No. We would give
nobody
it
gets
to
anything.
we would give it to 4, 5, 6.
Keep the cash.
What I'm saying is
4,
that
5,
since we did
6.
it- since
You
we did
ended
the
up
with
fan
4, 5,
cast, we
6.
should expect it of ourselves to be 1, 2, 3.
Well, I hope it's only.
I'm
I hope
just
it's like
teasing.
a coupon to like a movie or something. Like the 6, you know what I mean? Like
Oh, no.
$5
Oh, no.
popcorn.
I-
yeah, exactly.
Hey, if we don't get beat people better beat us in fantasy. You guys better beat us.
Yeah, you better
I would
beat
tease
us.
you. I would tease you unrelentlessly for ages if I don't get beat in fantasy.
It's not Premier League fantasy. It's MLS fantasy. I don't know what I'm doing yet.
I'm currently getting my ass kicked. I need to do a
So to
retool.
speak.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. And then I am in. Are you guys in Max's in the Soccer Italia?
Yeah, I am.
I'm in 6 in that league.
I don't know if I am. No.
Nice.
Ooh.
How many's in that league? That's like more than ours, right?
30.
Like 30. Yeah.
Wow.
That's 6 pretty darn good out of 30, and those guys know what they're fans of the MLS too. So that's
Yes, they
pretty
are.
impressive.
I'm happy that we have 20 in ours. So thank you everybody for joining our league. And no,
For real.
there will be, and honestly, if you guys don't mind, at the end of the season, I'll send out a Discord or whatever. Anybody that is in that league. Actually, by the end of the season, we will have a Discord for our fantasy league and all that stuff. Where we can post that and post standings and all that. And we'll do that. And anybody that joins the league will get a little something.
Oh yeah, and for sure, 4, 5, 6. You'll something nice, real nice.
Yeah.
Clark.
We'll break it down. There'll be unique gifts throughout and all that stuff. So fantasy's fun and it's a good way to learn. So there are a lot of new soccer fans in San Diego in particular because of the team. A lot of people are talking to me like, because they know I've been obsessed with soccer for a long time. So I'm their point guy for anything soccer. And a lot of people have hit me up for San Diego FC. And that would be my recommendation is join a fantasy league. That is just like in football or anything else, that is the easiest way to start to understand other teams, other players, all that stuff. in my opinion. I mean, apart from watching it and being, like Keegan is watching so much. Keegan's watching so much soccer that he's just sitting there talking to himself. What line did you come up with today, Keegan, after the game?
Well, there's a great quote by Pochettino. It said, "We want to destroy Panama. We want to destroy the next one. We want to win but destroy." So then I said, I can't do a good voice, but in the end, it was Panama that closed the canal on them, which
God,
and
dang it.
we were the ones. Yeah.
Good
No,
work.
but I agree with your point that I think watching soccer, but I think when you have a team like SDFC started playing, like we did MLS Fantasy, remember last year? I was like half in it. Like I
Yeah.
kind of watch MLS, but not that much. It is so much different when you have a team that you root for a lot. It's then you watch everything. It's same with baseball or football or any sport. So yeah, I've had a lot of people that were baseball fans, like friends and family, that never watched soccer, like World Cup or Little Premier League, but never into it. Who are now like they watch every SDFC game. Now they're going, oh, now they're watching other games. Like, oh, are you watching the Miami game? Text me like, oh yeah. So I think it's great. It's within San Diego, it's going to explode more and more. Now the crossover with Manny and Toddy and all the Padres being at the game on Saturday, there's going to be such a big overlap between both. Padres have such a huge support system that all those people are going to now go to SDFC, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It's new fans, new people. It's great. It's a good time to be a sports fan here.
I couldn't agree more. And yeah, one of the negative impacts of being so obsessed with anything, but for me, soccer and stuff like that, is you start to get jaded. You start to recognize patterns, all that type of stuff. You start to get annoyed at soccer media for regurgitating the same story, Messi versus Ronaldo and all this stuff. It's just like, dude, it gets so like, if you really love the sport, it gets very frustrating. But the fact of the matter is this other people also being excited for the team too. Like just the team being here in MLS has breathed even more life into me, not new life because it was always there, but even more. And then other people who have never ever been involved or given a shit about soccer are now involved and care is even another level of that. So it's been really fun.
Rekindling the flame. Yeah.
SDFC is live, Danny Rojas.
Oh yeah. But no, that was it. We'll end it even though, maybe US lost all this stuff. We'll end it on a good note. Anybody want to make a run?
Call.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Oh,
I'm gonna
thank you,
supercharge it,
Colonial.
Keegan. I'm gonna supercharge it. Oh, here I go. Picking up speed.
Go.
Oh,
You're going.
oh,
Oh, he's open. He's open. Here it comes.
Oh
Oh my God, he's out of the stadium.
Forrest Gump style.
Yeah, like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Smoke weed every day. I will.